As you know, 2024 marks the 25th anniversary of the CVO program, and the new CVO Road Glide ST is undoubtedly Harley-Davidson's most formidable, performance-orientated, limited edition model released so far, which comes directly from the motor company's involvement in the King of the Bagger series. Now, when you think of motorcycle racing, you naturally picture aerodynamic sports bikes, usually with full fairings, along with a massive reduction in weight. Well, not when it comes to this particular racing series, the King of the Baggers, which may have started as a one-off exhibition race, but has quickly become one of Moto America's most popular and fastest growing race classes, taking touring motorcycles from both Harley-Davidson and Indian. And don't be fooled with the comfortable seats, the screens and the hard panniers. These beasts have been highly modified with improved ground clearance, race-ready suspension, aggressive ergonomics, and a myriad of engine modifications that deliver neck-snapping performance. And then they place them all against each other on some of America's most famous and iconic racetrack. And since its inception only a few years ago, the King of the Baggers race series has not only captivated crowds and viewers all across the US, but also around the globe, as it has become one of the most unlikely motorsport classes in the world. And despite the weight of the big bagger, the development is such that they're lapping certain tracks similar to the traditional race prep sports bikes. Take last year's result at the Road America course, for instance, where Vance and Hines sponsored Hayden Gillen posted a qualifying time only 2.6 seconds off Stefano Moss's pole time in Supersport. Now, to put all that in perspective, the weight and aerodynamic difference between the big baggers and the 600cc sports bikes is huge, which clearly illustrate the level of horsepower these beasts are actually churning out. Now, some of you might have seen the recent comparo we did between the 2023 and 2024 Road and Street Glide, where we spoke about the host of updates and advancements on this year's models. Well, the new CVO ST takes the Road Glide to an entirely new level. Okay, just taking the CVO Road Glide ST for a cruise. And as you can see, just like the new Road Glide and Street Glide, this 2024 year model, it's got the new big TFT display, huge, 12.3 inches. And although she's a big bike, so easy to maneuver, so comfortable. Obviously it's got a bit of power. Got a little different sound to that high output motor. Give it a fistful of throttle, it's got that screaming sort of note to it. But this CVO ST just takes it to the next level. It really does. In a straight line, you can snap this on in second or third and you'll be laying darkies. Now, for starters, the CVO Road Glide ST gets a 121 cubic inch engine, the same displacement we saw introduced last year on the CVO models. However, this version is referred to as the 121 high output. In comparison, the CVO ST doesn't feature VVT, which is variable valve timing, which in short broadens the torque across the entire rev range, whereas the 121 high output is more focused on maximum power with a high performance camshaft and increased redline of 5,900 RPM. And trust me, it pulls like a freight train with a claimed output of 127 horsepower at 4,900 RPM and 145 foot-pounds of torque at 4,000 RPM. Another notable difference compared to the standard 121 VVT is a race-inspired intake, which is unique to the high output motor and increases airflow through the 58mm throttle body by 26%. Like the standard 121, the high output shares the same updated cylinder head design, the same compression ratio, and the redesigned aluminium intake manifold. It also shares the liquid-cooled cylinder heads that circulate coolant around the exhaust valves, but to give the CVO Road Glide ST a further advantage in performance, the final drive ratio has been lowered by reducing the output pulley, providing better off-the-line acceleration, which we're going to show you a little later. Now, here comes the exciting addition, which are the extra ride modes. Like the standard Road Glide, the CVO ST features rain, road and sport, along with a custom mode, but it also now includes track mode and track plus, with input from Kyle Wyman, the factory rider from Harley-Davidson in the King of the Baggers. And trust me, it turns this already powerful bagger into a ground-pounding track bike. Of course, what we can do here now is toggle through the modes. That's into rain. We've got road, sport. Now we're going to rip it into track mode. And you can actually hear the motor change just by changing the mode. I haven't even hit the throttle yet. Some serious gear, this track mode. This has got to be the best production bagger to come out of Harley-Davidson without a doubt. Obviously, each ride mode alters power delivery, engine braking, cornering ABS and cornering traction control. And after testing it for a few days now, I can definitely say the 121 high output motor is all about performance. It features quite a few race-inspired components too, like the inverted 47mm shower front fork which is fully adjustable with spring preload, compression and rebound dampening, and provides 4.6 inches of travel, while the rear suspension, also by Shower, includes the remote reservoirs, with both featuring adjustable preload, compression and rebound dampening. And like the standard Road Glide, the CVO ST gets 50% more travel at the rear. As for the brakes, up front you'll find a pair of Brembo monoblock radial mount 4-piston calipers biting on a pair of 320mm wave-style discs, which have been designed that way to help with heat dissipation, while at the rear is another 4-piston Brembo and a 300mm disc, both offering great feel as they haul this big bagger up with ease. The CVO Road Glide ST is also 13 kilos lighter than the CVO Road Glide, further enhancing its performance under acceleration and braking. Now, part of this weight reduction comes from the forged carbon fibre parts, like the tank console, the front fender, the seat cowl and the exhaust end caps. And as you can see, these pieces don't have a traditional weave pattern. Instead, they've been random sized pieces of carbon fibre material which have been put into a mould and impregnated with resin and then formed under pressure and then cured. Personally, I don't mind the look of the carbon fibre on the tank console and the seat cowl, but on the front fender and the end caps, it looks more like road grime than carbon fibre. But that's just my opinion. Now, another unique addition to the CVO ST is the Moto Bar and the riser that sets the bars about 6 inches above the top clamp and places your arms in a more comfortable position, as you can see. It also features the newly designed shark nose fairing, which now includes fully integrated LED lighting and a new screen design. And talking about screens, it also includes the new 12.3-inch TFT display, which is a brilliant new system and offers a lot of extra functions. Now, you may have seen that we covered the new redesign and the TFT system in more detail on the Road Glide and Street Glide comparo we did a couple of months back. But if you didn't, just click on the link below and check it out. And what's a ball-tearing bagger without the cranking tunes to go with it? Well, the 500-watt Rockford Fosgate Stage 2 audio system that features a pair of 6.5-inch speakers in the front fairing has got you more than covered there. And each of the 2024 CVO models also feature CVO 25th anniversary graphics on the top of the outer fairing and on the engraved tank console insert, just to add another unique touch. Now, if you're a little like me or Maverick and Goose from Top Gun and you've got the need for speed, then the CVO Road Glide ST is definitely the bike for you. Agreeably, being priced in the mid-60s, it's a huge investment. But not only are you getting the most powerful production engine the motor company has produced, other than their 131 crate motor, add to that the high-performance suspension, along with a list of the top-of-the-line accessories, you'll have no more money to spend. And when it comes to colours, it's available in Raven Metallic, which you see here, or Golden White Pearl. So if you like baggers, then maybe it's time to drop into your local authorised Harley-Davidson dealership and book a test ride on the new CVO Road Glide ST. You might have to book a track at your local racetrack too. And just in case you were wondering where we're filming today, I want to put a big shout out to the Drink West Brewery here in Penrith. So come up here and try a few of their ales. I've already had a couple. It's been a good day.